It isn't fair. It just isn't right. You wish it was different with all of your might. You may scream, cry, shed a tear, break down, lose hope, or curl up in fear. I know it's impossible. We feel it too. To process the pain, to find positives, your teachers and coaches, we feel like you. We remember our lasts. We know what you lost. We would give you it all back at almost any cost. You've been asked to bear something we could not. 2020, you see more clearly. This is your moment, a once-in-a-lifetime shot. Pandemic be damned. Find hope in heartache. Make memories anyway. You still have each other that no one can take. There'll be unique traditions, all your own. You can still see your classmates' smiles. You're also creative. Work it out from home. Clearly, these walls couldn't keep you 1 minute more. You were ready to fly free, busting out, setting sail from this shore. I speak for myself, although it's unlikely I'm alone. Class of 2020, you mean the world to me. It's been a privilege and gift to see how you've grown. Know that we are all infinitely proud of the men and women you've become. An absolutely unforgettable crowd. Go out in this world, make each day a treasure. Know that home is here if you need it, and you are stronger than anyone could measure.
Good evening. I'm Joe McElroy, principal of Perkins-Tryon High School. On behalf of the Perkins-Tryon Board of Education and Superintendent James Ramsey, I would like to welcome everyone to a very special Perkins-Tryon 2020 high school graduation. We are here tonight. Actually, we're not here, we're pre-recorded, but we're here to honor a very special group of seniors. Their first year at Perkins-Tryon High School was the first year we went to the shortened academic calendar. As a result, Ms. Chambers and myself was very concerned not only for their academics, but for their social adjustments. We started school on a Thursday, and on Friday we had our first football game. Monday, the Payne County Livestock Show began and went through Thursday, and it was going to be hectic. As a result, all future PTHS students share the benefits of freshman camp. This group has been faced with countless challenges and have missed many, many milestones. They've met every challenge and never wavered. I'd like to share a couple examples of their character and drive to succeed. Through the shortened academic calendars, this group of seniors have achieved a 100% graduation rate. And even with a shortened academic calendar, 18 of these seniors have achieved a 4.0 or higher grade point average. Last but not least, this senior class managed 31 senior skip days. Great job, seniors. Now to recognize our salutatorians and valedictorians. Our salutatorian is Miss Emma Mormon. Emma is the daughter of Clayton and Bonnie Mormon. Emma has declined the option to give a speech tonight. Our first valedictorian is Mr. Cole Aldridge. Cole is the son of Jimmy and Stacy Aldridge.
The last 12 years at Perkins-Tryon have been the experience of a lifetime. I would like to thank my family, friends, teachers, and others who've guided and made a positive impact on my life. I have no doubt, without such great leaders and influencers, my time at Perkins-Tryon would not have been as fulfilling. As I reminisce on the past year, many things come to my mind. However, as memories are recollected, I start to become more athletic and sound like a dad remembering his glory days. Jokes aside, I've always been one of those people who look forward to senior year. I'm thankful I was able to play a full football season, have a couple band concerts, play a few last baseball games, and truly take in the moment. Ironically, in mid-January, I was asked to talk to freshmen and give them advice for the next few years in high school. One of the main things I said was make each year best in sports, band, and other activities because you never know when it will be taken away from you. I never would have guessed how much this would ring true for the class of 2020. Writing this speech was weird because I already felt like, in a sense, I had graduated. I've already put the immediate past behind me and will not ponder on what could have been. I hope all of us can do so too. The memories we've made over the past 4 years and everyone involved within them have built a stage for us to get to this milestone in our lives. While we may no longer be able to walk the stage physically, after tonight we will all be has-beens on the same playing field as other has-beens. Our future is bright. I'm excited to see where it takes us. Thank you, and I hope to see everyone in person soon.
Our next valedictorian is Miss Taylor Allen. Taylor is the daughter of Gary and Judy Allen.
During my time in high school, I have learned a lot of lessons. Some of these lessons include try your hardest, always ask questions, and find the right group of friends. However, the most important lesson I have learned was taught to me by my biomedical sciences teacher, Miss Hara. The lesson that she taught me was how to be a better human. Some of you might ask, what does that mean? I did too when she first said, we as a society need to learn to be better humans. At first, I thought she just meant that we needed to be cleaner and nicer people. While those are part of being a good human, she wanted us to do more than that. It wasn't until the end of my junior year that I realized what she actually meant. She wanted us to show compassion for people and to think about things before we said them. You never know where someone has come from, what kind of day they have had, or what they may be dealing with. Therefore, you do not know how they will respond to the things that you say to them. If someone is really rude to you, it might just have been because they had a bad day. Never assume that you know everything about someone. You have to be able to put yourself into other people's shoes without even knowing their situation. Before you say something, think, how would I feel if someone said this to me? Ideally, just be more considerate of the people you come in contact with and show them some compassion. Then you will become a better human. The world would be a much better place to live in if we all practiced this. So my message to the class of 2020 is this: try your hardest, always ask questions, find the right group of friends, and live each day with the goal of becoming a better human.
Our next valedictorian is Mr. Tate Armstrong. Tate is the son of Scott and Leanne Armstrong. Tate has declined the option to give a speech tonight. Our next valedictorian is Miss Laura Burke. Laura is the daughter of Jason and Janelle Burke.
Good evening, parents, faculty, and of course the class of 2020. As weird and sad as it is for us to not be able to be together today and walk across that stage, I hope that all of you have made the best out of today and this situation. I am so proud to be a part of a class that has 18 valedictorians, was extra enough to build a tiny house for our senior float, and made more teachers retire than any other class. I hope that each and every one of you pursues your dreams and never lets life get in the way of your goals. I would like to thank my parents and sister for always being there for me and never giving up on me, especially when I had given up on myself. Gan, you are the best big sister anyone could ask for. Thank you for being my rock and the person I look up to most. I especially want to thank my 3 best friends, Emma, Grab, and Raleigh. Thank you for keeping me sane and laughing throughout the years. You 3 have been such a blessing in my life, and I am so grateful for the bond we all share. Lastly, I would like to thank the person who has inspired me the most to pursue my career as a pre-K teacher, Autumn Foth. You have taught me more than you will ever know, and I will forever be grateful for all you have done for me. PTHS Class of 2020, I cannot wait to see what the future holds for each and every one of you. I am beyond thankful for this town and community for always being there and supporting us throughout these 4 years. PTHS, you will always hold a special place in my heart. Once a demon, always a demon.
Our next valedictorian is Riley Collum. Riley is the daughter of Dusty and Krista Collum.
Hello. Wow, there's so many familiar faces in the crowd this evening. Welcome to the Perkins-Tryon 2020 graduation ceremony. I would like to thank you all for tuning in and supporting our graduating class. This is where I'd like to take the time and acknowledge some specific people that have helped me along my personal journey. I promise I'll make it brief. I know you guys have plenty of events planned this evening. Anyway, Mom, yes, this is where I'll be talking about you, so go ahead and grab those tissues. If you see me cheering at a football game or showing at a county show, you can bet that you're going to be able to find my parents right there behind me. My parents have been a constant source of support and encouragement my entire life. Throughout whatever I have pursued and whatever I will chase after in the future, I know I can count on my family to push me to that next step. And yes, Ty, this includes you. I would like to thank you personally for growing my patience and strengthening those nerves that you jump on every single day. You will do amazing things, and I am so proud to be your sister. To my friends that I consider family, you guys are the ones that have kept me sane through almost 4 years of high school and kept me smiling the entire time. I would also like to thank my teachers, coaches, mentors, and figures within this community. The people in this community have proven to be there and continue to support not only me, but our entire class in every endeavor. The class of 2020 thanks you for the time and effort put into even making this graduation possible. This graduating class is truly something spectacular. We were born amidst a time of uncertainty and disaster. The world as it was known was crumbling beneath our parents' feet. However, we not only survived this, but thrived as a result. We were faced with adversity throughout our elementary and middle school experience. I mean, we were the first social media generation. We survived the forwarded text messages, the duck lip selfies, and Snapchat before it even had filters. If only we knew this wasn't going to be the only uncharted territory we were going to have to conquer. If you didn't know, we've been in quarantine for 9 weeks now. That's 9 weeks spent on virtual experiences instead of our last high school events. But as you may have guessed from our track record, we are not a quitting class. We have conquered Zoom classes, parking lot hangouts, and a completely different type of graduation that nobody has ever experienced before. We have been able to accomplish all these things because we are extraordinary. From the time we were born, we have been excelling and pushing past all the known boundaries this world has set for us. I know that because all we have already gone through, we will continue to do amazing world-changing things. And with that, I leave you with one last thing. I urge you all to live in the now. Don't wait till your senior year to play Powder Puff football or even wear your favorite prom dress. Don't keep pushing off telling the people in your life how much you truly care and appreciate them. Don't wait for the future to come, but rather take action now. Do all the things you are waiting on while you still have the chance, because that time is not promised. You have the choice every day to wake up and make it as amazing as you choose. I urge you all to take advantage of that. Anyway, that's where my time runs out. So for the very last time, go Demons. And for the very first time, go Pokes.
Our next valedictorian is Mr. Cole Elliott. Cole is the son of Dylan Elliott and Alicia Laura.
Good evening, town of Perkins-Tryon High School, and welcome family, friends, faculty, and of course the class of 2020. We did it. We spent the majority of our lives in school. Some of us will continue to do 4 more, and for our future doctors you have 12 plus years. And some of us will continue to go on to the workforce and get on with it already. The class of 2020, we have worked tremendously hard studying endless math equations, dissecting frogs, memorizing historical dates, writing long college proficient essays, and most recently, typing away online assignments from the convenience of our beds. As you are aware, this year has had a lot of surprises. The world is changing each day. When we were 5, we were told to never talk to strangers and never get into an unknown car. Nowadays, we have apps that connect us to strangers so you can get into the car. My point is, our lives will change indefinitely. John Maxwell once said, "Change is inevitable, growth is optional." We build the pathway to success, and although it may seem like we've endlessly worked for 13 consecutive years, which we have, our lives are just beginning. I've enjoyed my long stay at Perkins-Tryon schools. Excitingly, it is now time for me to move on to Oklahoma State University. I would like to give my appreciation to those who've supported me through thick and thin. This moment would not have been made possible without someone to lean on. Among the entirety of the class of 2020, I am very proud to have made this accomplishment, and I'm very excited to see what the future throws our way. Well, class of 2020, congratulations, we did it.
Our next valedictorian is Miss Sydney Flynn. Sydney is the daughter of Kyle and Belinda Flynn.
Hi, most of you know me, but for those of you who don't, I'm Sydney. I would like to start out my speech with a few thank yous. I would like to thank my family for constantly supporting me in everything I do, and I would also like to thank the community of Perkins for supporting the class of 2020 in this trying time. But this speech today isn't for me, and it isn't for you. It's for the ones that we've lost. So, let's start over, shall we? Hi, I miss you. I wish you could be here to see everything that's happening. It's all kind of crazy. We graduated, but not the traditional way. We didn't get to walk across a stage and receive our diplomas, and we didn't get to hug our favorite teachers for the last time, but we graduated nonetheless. We took the next steps towards the rest of our lives, and I know that it will only get harder from here. Not having you here to celebrate the small wins is hard, but I know that you're smiling down at us, beaming with pride in everything that we've accomplished. One thing I've learned from losing people is that you can't dwell on the what-ifs. Now, that's not to say don't think about the ones that we've lost, but I say that in hopes that we can't torture ourselves over the things that cannot be changed. I hope that we take the joy that they gave us and share it with others. I hope that we can cherish a moment knowing that it could become one of our favorite memories. My hope for the class of 2020 is not to dwell on what was lost, but to delight in the small victories. I hope that we can take the time to slow down and enjoy the moments we have and the opportunities we're given, because we know that not everything is guaranteed. And with that, peace out, PT.
Our next valedictorian is Mr. Corbin Hain. Corbin is the son of Shad and Melinda Hain.
Fellow graduates, faculty, staff, community, and family members, welcome to the first Perkins-Tryon High School virtual graduation ceremony. Let's take a look back for a moment to the year 2007, the year we began kindergarten, the early years. For those of you who are baseball fans, 2007 was the year Barry Bonds broke Hank Aaron's home run record, hitting his 756th home run. For the game show fans out there, Bob Barker aired his last episode of The Price is Right after 35 years running. And in June of 2007, the very first iPhone was released for sale. As a graduate soon to be pursuing a career in aviation, I was most interested in the fact that Boeing launched the new Boeing 787 in July of 2007, and the Space Shuttle Endeavour successfully launched on mission STS-118, landing 2 weeks later, completing its 19th flight. The word Endeavour seems fitting for us as we step on the launch pad and head towards the next journey of our lives. Endeavour, spelled with UR as in the shuttle, or OR, refers to the same thing, to the same intense attempt and determination to do something. Just as the scientists endeavored to complete a successful mission, I want to encourage you to do the same. Live on a mission, work hard, work with an intense attempt and determination toward your goals. You've heard the saying, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. If we apply this literally, it would be, if you don't hit your goal, you may eventually go much farther past it and do something even greater. Thank you, Perkins-Tryon teachers, for investing in us, encouraging us, and guiding us. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always supporting me and fostering confidence and passion to work hard and pursue my dreams with no boundaries. Thank you, God, for your sovereign plan and directing my every step. I want to leave you with this quote from Henry Ford. Anyone who stops learning is old, whether 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. The greatest thing in life is to keep your mind young. Graduates, we are mentally prepared and ready to fly. Congratulations, fellow classmates of 2020.
Our next valedictorian is Miss Mackenzie Hill. Mackenzie is the daughter of Rob and Tracy Hill.
Seniors, I'm low-key disappointed that we didn't get to finish out our senior year together. All the memories I could have talked about right now never happened. But everything that's been taken from us, but bro, just think, we're making history. I would like to thank all my friends and family for having my back, and I would like to thank everyone who has made my high school career one to remember. And dream big, seniors, because my dreams are big and everything's bigger in Texas.
Our next valedictorian is Miss Tyler Hill. Tyler is the daughter of Nathan and Valerie Hill.
Class of 2020. At the beginning of the school year, I thought we were the coolest graduating class, partially because I like even numbers, but also because we get to start off the new decade. I still think we're the coolest class, but the rest of the world thinks we're the most unfortunate. We may have missed our fun end-of-the-year events, gone weeks without seeing our friends, and been among the first to have a virtual graduation. However, the abrupt ending to our high school career might just have provided us with the opportunity to be truly thankful for the things in life we might have been taking for granted. I, for one, am more thankful than ever for my family's constant love and support. Thank you, teachers and administrators, for getting us through 12th grade and making so many decisions in light of the recent crisis. I'd also like to give a huge thank you on behalf of my class to our community, who has provided their support by giving us an opportunity to see each other again. To my fellow classmates, there is a quote from Christine Kane that I would like to share. Whenever you are in a dark place, you sometimes tend to think you've been buried. Perhaps you've been planted. Bloom. When we are 10, 15, 40 years down the road and life seems dark, it is up to us to decide how we are going to respond. Personally, I want to bloom and not remain buried in life's problems. These recent events will not last forever, but the ways you react can. If you find that you did not respond well to the struggles in life, then don't be discouraged. Your past mistakes do not define you. Each moment you are provided with a new opportunity to learn and grow from your past. Who you are now in high school is not who you were confined to be. I believe in each and every one of you and your abilities to be made stronger in the face of tribulations. Although we do not know what our future holds, 2 Corinthians 4:18 says, "So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." I pray that you place your hope in God throughout life and can accept His never-ending love and abundant grace. Thank you for all the great memories, lessons, and friendships. Peace out, PT.
Our next valedictorian is Miss Harley Houston. Harley is the daughter of Rick and Lacey Houston. Harley has declined the option to give a speech tonight. Our next valedictorian is Mr. Lane Johnson. Lane is the son of Darren and Tammy Johnson.
For the past 12 years, I've been waiting to graduate. I've been hoping and pleading to finally walk down that stage, but as we go closer, I am more and more hesitant to accept it. This year's been a mess, not just for me, but for everybody. However, what's the point in dwelling on something that can't be changed? What I have set my gaze on is the future. Next year, we start a new era in our lives. Next year, we enter a world none of us truly understand. Next year, there's going to be a lot of change. What has kept me going is learning to be content with who you are, what you have in the world around you. Problems are inevitable. It's just a phase that will fade out just like the rest. It takes rain for a flower to bloom. It just takes time to see it. I don't know what the flower will look like or if it'll even bloom in season. But the flower has been well planted. Our roots are strong and our stock is tough. After this storm, we will be fertilized in adversity and bloom into what we are meant to be. In the immortal words of Bob Marley, don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right.
Our next valedictorian is Mr. Kobe Mormon. Kobe is the son of Ta and Christy Mormon. Kobe has declined the option to give a speech tonight. Our next valedictorian is Mr. Luke Myers. Luke is the son of Steve and Kelly Myers.
Hi, my name is Luke Myers. I'm the son of Steve and Kelly Myers. After graduation, I plan on attending Oklahoma State University and majoring in biochemistry and molecular biology before continuing on to medical school. A couple months ago, I went to a concert, a Cody West concert. They're a little band, not many of you guys will have heard of them. About halfway through his set, he sang a song called The Prayer, and in his first verse, he says, "There's nothing more important than your family." And I think we can all agree on how much influence our family has had on who we are today. Positive or negative, they've helped shape us into who we are. So to all of our families, thank you guys. In this next verse, he says, "Don't forget about your family when you're out on your own." And I think we all need to remember that. We spent the past 18 years with them, and it's going to be hard for them and us to move from the house if you guys are moving. So if you're moving out, don't forget to call home and stop by every now and then. It'll mean a lot for them, and it'll keep us sane. Later, he says, don't forget where you came from. Whether you hated Perkins, loved Perkins, just moved here and lived here your entire life, we are all about to be graduates of the Perkins-Tryon 2020 class. For me, I loved every second of my 14 years here, and I feel sorry for the people who didn't, because this community is special, and I wish everyone got to experience it the way I did. In his final verse, Cody West says, "We won't always know what's right from wrong, and we won't. All we can do is trust our gut, and don't doubt your decisions for a single second. Rely on all your prior lessons in life." Perkins, you've been great. You've given me lifelong friendships and memories I will be able to take throughout the rest of my life. With all that being said, class of 2020, I wish all of you the best of luck in your future endeavors. And as always, go Demons.
Our next valedictorian is Miss Tara Rumler. Tara is the daughter of Bill Rumler and Amy Baxter.
My fellow graduates, these have been some memorable 4-ish years of high school. Although this pandemic has stolen some of the events we look forward to all year, it does not steal the love and pride we have as a school. It has also taught me to cherish every moment as if it were my last. Since I only have 2 minutes to speak, I wanted to thank some very important people that have always pushed me and helped me get to where I am today. First off, I would like to thank the office ladies for being so kind, even though I bugged them about getting my report card for bowling all the time. Sorry about that, by the way. I want to thank Mr. Mack for being so patient with us and all the teachers for the extra time they put into helping their students succeed. I especially want to thank Ms. Cheney for being a great role model. And I must say, a pretty good fashion model too. She's got style. As for my family members, I want to thank my mom for always pushing me to do my best and telling me to get my work done. I'm surprised she hasn't called me right now. Don't worry, Mom, I assure you my homework here is done. I also want to thank my Grandma Carol for always seeing the best in me and praying for me. I want to thank my sister and dad for showing me not to give up when things aren't going right. I want to also thank my stepdad Joel for giving me the opportunity to discover my passion for traveling and photography. I finally would like to thank my wonderful Grandma Jerry for being the light of my life and always believing in me and loving me unconditionally. These are just a few of the many people I love and would like to thank. To all my fellow classmates, I wish you the best in your future endeavors. I guess this concludes our spring break and senior year. Glad you got to see me.
Our next valedictorian is Mr. Kevin Stropes. Kevin is the son of Scott and Lorianne Stropes.
Before I start reminiscing about my high school experiences, I would like to thank my family, friends, teachers, and coaches. They have all made my time here at PT unforgettable and have taught me many valuable lessons that I will carry for the rest of my life. As I remember my time here at PT, I realize how many memories I have made. Some of the ones that stick out to me the most are my football and baseball memories, as they're the ones I believe I will miss the most. One of the bad but funny memories I have is the time I got hit in the mouth by a baseball bat during batting practice. Another is being a freshman getting beat up every day, and I mean every day, by the seniors on the football field. Those bad turned to good, as I remember running out of the tunnel at our home football games, onto the field, and hearing the crowd cheering while the band played our fight song. Our time here together, our shared experiences, and our friendships have developed into a family, which means everything to me. I want you to know how much of a positive impact it's had on me and my outlook on life. Unfortunately, we cannot have the true experience of walking across the stage and being together, but this has allowed for new possibilities to occur. I would like to thank the people involved in giving us a graduation, even if it may be a bit unordinary. I look forward to being able to celebrate our graduation with my fellow seniors in person. Thank you.
Our next valedictorian is Mr. Raphael Wall. Raphael is the son of Alan and Lilia Wall.
Hello, my name is Raphael Wall. My great-grandfather, grandfather, and father all have graduated from Perkins-Tryon High School, and I'm honored to follow in their footsteps. I first would like to thank a lot of people that have helped me along the way. As 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God, Christ Jesus, in you." I would first like to thank the school board for all their public service to the school system. Also our superintendent, Mr. Ramsey, and all the principals that have taught me a lot of valuable lessons. I would also like to thank our counselor, our secretaries, and custodial staff for their committed efforts assisting our school and the students. I would also like to thank the maintenance staff, the bus drivers, and bus staff for helping the school run very smoothly. I also want to thank all the teachers that have taught me many important lessons. I want to acknowledge and thank my parents for their love and support in me. I would also like to thank my friends, brother, and cousins for all the great times, and I can't wait for many more. Also, my aunt and uncles from here and Mexico for all their support they have given me, as well as my church family, 4-H friends, FFA members, and the band. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the knowledge my grandparents have given me. Thank you, Granddaddy Charles Wall, for everything you have done for me. I would also like to personally thank my grandparents from Mexico in Spanish. Muchas gracias, Paye, por todo tu amor. Los quiero mucho y te extraño mucho, Nonna. And of course, I want to thank God for all the blessings that He has bestowed upon me. To conclude, I would like to thank and congratulate all the seniors of the class of 2020 for a great run in high school, and I hope this is not the last time I see you. I would like to end my speech with a quote from J.R.R. Tolkien. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. Thank you.
We'd also like to recognize our final valedictorian, Mr. Nathan White. Nathan is the son of Kenny and Wilma White. Nathan has declined the option to give a speech tonight.
We will now recognize the graduating class of 2020. Cole McLean Aldridge, Taylor Jeanne Allen, John Tate Armstrong, Laura Nicole Burke, Riley Kate Collum, Cole Cooper Elliott, Sydney Nicole Flynn, Corbin Grant Hain, Mackenzie Taylor Hill, Tyler Ann Hill, Harley Ann Houston, Lane Garrett Johnson, Colby Ryan Mormon, Luke Jamison Myers, Tara Lynn Rumler, Kevin Alex Scott Stropes, Raphael Alfred Wall, Nathan Kyle White, Cheyenne Autumn Dawn Adams, Bailey Renee Albright, Alton Anthony Allen, Colby Bryant Anderson, Garrett Michael Anderson, Graceland Ann Armstrong, Michael Gage Bear, Kendall Faith Bassett, Brock Lewis Bateson, Cornelius Earl Blueball, Hunter Ryan Brewer, Mindy Lynn Britt, Jada Sky Brown, Billy Tillman Perry Calhoun, Jaquin Dow Carpenter, Camilla Carvajal Arteaga, Clifton Ray Klein, Cassie Grace Coakley, Gabriella Rose Crowley, Stephen Paul Desher, Trayson Lawrence Dunnigan, Braden Alexander Farrow, Clayton Tyler Gordon, Sierra Elizabeth Graham, John Caden Green, Chloe Beth Griswold, Shyla Page Hall, Hannah Ann Hallman, Caden Ray Hancock, James Michael Hensley, Shane Eli Horn, Michaela Cheyenne Horn, Hinglu Ramon Huber, Kristen Nicole Hughes Stubbs, Davion Tyrese Jones, Haley Marie Kane, Aaron Jermaine Lawson, Kennedy Ray Lightfoot, Taylor Dawn Loveland, Abigail Nicole Majors, David Olson Manus, James Andrew Martin, Brandon Cade McCutcheon, Bryce Kelby Myers, Emma Marine Mormon, Summer Dawn Mormon, Thomas Dylan Moss, Laura Sadie Elizabeth Oswalt, Jenna Noel Palmer, Dylan Matthew Paul, Layla Kayanne Pearson, Zachary Michael Rains, Bailey Sue Ray, Megan Elizabeth Reese, Bernice Sue Roach, Emily Alexis Robinson, Joyce Marie Robinson, Lane Austin Ronsbys, Lily Lorene Sadler, Melissa Sanchez, Colton James Sand, Jessica Danae Seals, Brooklyn Dawn Scheidler Wasserman, Emma Rose Sparks, Pake David Sparks, Alice Elena Stevenson, Chandler James Serene, Samuel Lane Taylor, Kaylin Renee Twyman, Jamie Ray Walkup, Gabrielle Isabel Wall, India Nicole Williams, Alexander Anthony Wilson, Andrew John Wall Jr.
Seniors, the time has finally arrived. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for 4 years. It has passed so quickly. I think it's safe to say you attended less days than any senior class in the history of Perkins-Tryon schools. There were good times. The first day of freshman summer, the first day of summer of your sophomore year. And can anyone forget the first day of summer your junior year? But now I think about Monday, and the first day I'll come to work at school and you will not be students. I'm going to miss you. I hope in some small way I've been a positive influence in each of your lives. We wish you luck and leave you with this. Always remember who you are, where you're from, and most importantly, we will always be here for you if you need us. With that being said, Let everyone in the real and virtual world know this class has satisfied the requirements set forth by the Oklahoma State Department of Education and local school board of education for graduation. I pronounce you the Perkins-Tryon graduating class of 2020. Congratulations, graduates. If you're watching, seniors, you may now switch your tassels. Congratulations, seniors, and thank everyone for joining us tonight. Good night and be safe.